So Frontier Airlines is making money off your bags. In particularly, the staff at the gate is making commission off extra bags you need to purchase. So be in mind that Frontier is going to be very strict about enforcing their bag policies. With a standard ticket, you only get a personal item, which is smaller than a carry-on and is supposed to be a backpack. And 8 out of 10 times, they will make you fit your bag into the personal item square to make sure it fits the dimensions. And in my experience, I've never had to pay, and I always did pack fairly small, so I was always able to make it fit. And personally, I never had anyone be rude to me about my bag or try and make my bag not big enough. One time I had a little bag and they just told me I had to put that bag inside my big bag, and I did, and they fit. So myself, I'd never had this issue, but while at the Denver airport, I had learned that Frontier staff make a commission for selling extra bags at the gate. So the person on the computer will make money if you buy a carry-on bag, if you have to buy a carry-on because you have 2 bags, or now you're at the gate and your bag is too big to be a personal item. So whoever is signed in on the computer will make money off you buying a bag, because in their system it will show who sold the bag, and that will be based on whoever's logged in there at the gate checking you. And if you see someone being very strict or very up about these bags, you should say something, because they might be running a scheme where they're trying to sell bags. They're trying to make you buy bags, and they're being very strict about it. When there's always enough room, the bags always fit. It's not a safety issue. This is why the tickets are the cheapest, is because they're looking to make money off of extra bags that are purchased. So that is their niche. That's how they fit, compared to Delta Airline, like American Airlines, maybe United, who are already well established and they're at the top. So they're going to make money off their fares, having good reputation, things like this. Frontier, or in Europe, Ryanair, these budget airlines, they're searching to make additional income by selling bags, making the restrictions very tight, and hoping that some will break out of these restrictions. And if they have a few, maybe one person every flight, or up to 5 people each flight, then that's how they're going to make their additional money. Maybe this money's taxed differently and they get to keep a larger portion, but they also incentivize the staff working at the airport. You will get this commission per bag you sell, and then they get that cut, and then the Frontier as a whole company is making such amount of dollars off of this. So there was a scheme going on in the Denver airport where Frontier staff was doing about 20 bags a day, selling about 20 bags a day, going to different Frontier gates and logging into the system, and then selling these extra bags, being very stickily about people's bags and forcing X amount of people, and perhaps excess amount of people, to buy bags. Every flight there are many people whose bags perhaps exceed the limits, but it's good business to let these people go. And for the most part, this is what happens with Frontier. I still will fly with Frontier again, and I haven't had this problem myself, but for some people it's different, and it's not necessarily a reflection of the airline. It can be taken out of hand by the people because of greed, because the temptation is there. If I can sell this many bags, I'll get this extra money, and everyone wants to make extra money. So that's why it exists, and it's not against any person or against any company. It's just purely it's the greed that is there. So be careful for this, and be willing to speak against it if you feel that you are wronged, but be reasonable. If you bring 2 duffel bags and they say you need to buy an extra bag because you only have one personal item, well, then you are being excessive. So do not be rude about this or try and act like you're getting scammed, because if you're doing the scamming, you shouldn't act like you're getting scammed, because it hurts a reputation for people that want to avoid scams and people that are calling out scams. We must be honest, not tolerate any scams. So do not tolerate any scammers. This wasn't a scamming instance that I had received, but I do recommend you look out for it. A scam that did happen was when buying my tickets. These tickets were listed at $302, let's say, and I go to buy on Kayak, and it loads for about 2 minutes and then says, oops, the price has been raised, it's $400. So I thought, okay, maybe I was on this computer too long and the time changed it. So I instantly got my other computer. I find the tickets and they're listed at $304, $2 more expensive. Right away I click on them to buy them. Same thing, it loads for about 2 minutes and then it's $404. So these tickets, no matter what, they're really $400, but they're being listed as $300 to get you to click on them, and that is not right. That is a scam. That is not ethical. So this was on Kayak, and it was Frontier's tickets that I was looking at. So somewhere between these two companies, and maybe both of them, there is some wrongdoing. So I do not condone that. We will not condone scammers of any sort. But on a more positive note, you can check out Papi Kodak music. It's awesome and it's free on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Deezer, all over the world. You can search Papi Kodak music, and he has some non-explicit tracks that are beautiful, family-friendly. I Ain't Done Yet by Papi Kodak. He has a song, Papi Kodak, by Papi Kodak. Clarksville by Papi Kodak. Those are all non-explicit songs, but if you don't mind the explicitness, or you're into some rap music, or you're feeling funky, there's about 50 songs of his, just all different types of genres, different works. So check him out. Papi Kodak, young independent artist, entrepreneur, and also works with other entrepreneurs. So he's supporting a good economy and working with a lot of people. So Papi Kodak, check him out on all platforms. His music's awesome. Thanks, guys, for tuning in into the video. If you have any instances of being scammed, comment below, or any thoughts on these instances going on or things to look out. I just want everyone to be aware, and let's not condone scammers. Scamming will not be condoned. Scamming will not be tolerated. Jesus loves you guys. Goodbye.